Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of Baller History.
As for your hosts, I'm Alina Brocker.
And I'm Karis Bunjordan.
Today's history lesson will be all about the Underground Railroad.
The Underground Railroad was a vast network of people who helped fugitive slaves escape to the North and to Canada.
It was established approximately in 1780 and was aided by people involved in the abolitionist movement, a movement to abolish or do away with slavery.
The Underground Railroad was neither underground nor a railroad. It got its name for its secretive nature and was a term used to describe a network of meeting places, secret routes, passageways, and safe houses used by fugitive slaves in the U.S.
As a slave, running away from the North was nearly impossible. The first step was to escape from the slaveholder. Sometimes, in order to do this, a conductor would pose as a slave and enter a plantation to guide the runaways northward.
The fugitives moved at night. They would usually travel somewhere between 10 and 20 miles to the nearest station where they were able to rest and eat, hiding in barns and other secretive places. While they were waiting, a message would be sent to the next station to alert its station master.
Money was needed to improve the appearance of the runaways, but funding was difficult seeing as the entire thing had to be done in secret. This money was donated by individuals and also raised by various groups, including vigilance committees.
Someone of great importance to the Underground Railroad was Harriet Tubman, an abolitionist and escaped slave who fled to Philadelphia in 1849.
When Tubman was a teenager, she suffered a serious head injury caused by her slave owner when she was hit by a heavy metal object. For the rest of her life, she suffered from epilepsy and sleeping spells.
During these spells, she claims to have had visions and dreams of leading slaves to freedom and considered them a sign from God.
Harriet Tubman in total helped 300 slaves to freedom, disguised herself as a man and an old woman to avoid getting caught, worked as a nurse and cook during the Civil War, and was the first woman to lead an assault during the Civil War as well.
Tubman says her faith was the main reason that she dedicated her life to this cause.
The Underground Railroad should have served as a warning sign because it ultimately divided our country. Slave owners of the South believed that the individual states should have the right to declare themselves free or slave states, while the North believed that the federal government should have the power to make that decision.
In 1863, Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation only freed a small portion of slaves, but in 1865 the Constitution officially abolished slavery.
Without the Underground Railroad and its powerful abolitionists such as Harriet Tubman fighting for the abolishment of slavery, attention would not have been brought to such an important cause, and the world would be a very different place. Thank you for watching today's episode of Baller History. Tune in next week. As for your hosts, I'm Alina Brocker.
And I'm Karis Bunjordan.
Stay fresh.